Good morning, boys and girls. We're going to get started on our new reader, the Stay a While reader. I think yours is all red. This is just a different cover, but the same book. But before we read our first story, I need you to open your workbook to page 1. All right, and remember, you would always put your name at the top of the first page that we start working on. And this is the vocabulary page that we do before we read the story, just to get us familiar with the words and ready to read the story. So let's look at number 1. Read our choices. Van, Mrs., do. Stan ran to blank little. Can you help? He asked. All right, pick your choice. Stan ran to Van Little, Mrs. Little, or Do Little. Okay, so I see a boy here and I see a lady. What do you think goes before Little? All right, Mrs. Little, like we call our grown-ups Mr. and Mrs. So fill in your bubble for Mrs. Number 2, fell, allow. That's the ow sound. Allow, Mrs. again. Cuddles blank from the tree. Cuddles blank from the tree. All right, well, we see him holding a little cat. What do you think happened to Cuddles? He fell from the tree. Number 3, Mrs. fell, hospital. Will you take her to the blank? Where is he asking Mrs. Little to take Cuddles? Pick your choice, fill in your bubble. All right, number 4. Read our choices. Do. Remember, this was allow, and we're adding an ed. Allowed, Van. Cuddles is not blank in the hospital, Mrs. Little said. Cuddles is not do in the hospital, allowed in the hospital, or Van in the hospital. Cuddles is not allowed in the hospital. If we're not allowed, that means we're not supposed to do something. It's against the rules. Or maybe we're too young to do it. Okay, you're not allowed to drive a car. You're too young. All right, that may be a new word for you to read. Number 5, Van, animals, allow. But Dr. Wilson helps sick blank. Dr. Wilson helps sick Van, animals, allow. All right, last one. Mrs. hospital, Van. Put Cuddles in my blank. We will go to see Dr. Wilson. All right, if she's going to take him to see Dr. Wilson, what kind of doctor is Dr. Wilson? She takes care of animals. She's a veterinarian. All right, after you finish your workbook, you can put that to the side and take out your new reader. And you're going to start the story. on page 11. Now you have all week to work on this. The workbook page, the story, we would be reading a few pages the first day. Okay, and then we would be reading the rest of the story. Whoops. Maybe 2 days, 3 days of reading the story, practicing the story, and then there's 2 more workbook pages that go with it. Okay, so I want you to practice reading The Trick by David McPhail. And the next time I do a recording, I will read it. You can read it with me, and then we'll do the next 2 workbook pages. All right.